You're on, girl. You are on.
Go. Welcome back. Too much crew.
Welcome back. I love your starts to this.
Me too. I just feel like I'm a DJ. Like, I'm on top of the booth. I'm about to get y'all crunk down there. Like, put your hands in the air.
Too much crew.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I look at you doing it, I'm like, I had to make you do those intros because you know that I just can't. Like, my personality.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're excited to be here. Maybe after a few shots, I would be like,
yeah, you can.
Yeah, let's
Here
go.
we are. Wrap it up. Yeah, let's get hype. I could totally be a hype girl. I am a hype girl to all of my friends, guy friends, girlfriends. I am definitely the hype girl.
But I'm like, no, your intros are way better than what mine would be because I'm like, welcome back, Too Much Crew.
Here we are today. Where I'm like, no, let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go. That's Kemon's favorite thing right now. He's saying is, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
He is going to have part of that personality of yours.
Yeah, he definitely, like, there's times that I'm like, no, he'd I think he's going to be like you, an extrovert, introvert, because he loves all the things. He loves to party and everything, but he also, like, don't touch me, don't get too close. I also like being alone and all of this. I'm like, so I think he's going to be like you.
Yeah.
Extrovert, introvert. Yeah. Unfortunately.
We are great. Those extrovert, introverts are great.
Introvert.
I have to have some of that alone time. Like, I just don't understand how people are like you just can go and not have to like re-energize. Like, you re-energize by being around everybody else. I'm like,
like FOMO, it's a real. I get it all the time. I'm like, I should absolutely.
Oh,
if
I'm
it's
like,
something fun. If it's something fun, I absolutely. And while we're moving, do you know how many friends are like, we're going to the beach, we're going on the boat, we're going here, we're going to this fun little fashion show, we're going. I'm like, stop doing fun things and inviting me because y'all know I have to say no.
It's so funny because I do not get FOMO. I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy they're having fun. But I'm not like, oh, I want to be out. And Jack's like, you're actually more of a homebody than you think you are. Because like, I am very social and when I'm out, I'm good. But like, I'm very happy to be home a lot. And you're like the complete opposite.
Always in the streets.
I cannot do it.
I can say at least, like, this is the most, which my best friend Sarah, she had pointed it out. And I think because I am so content in my relationship that I do, even when I go out now, I'm either going to leave and be home by 11 when Jason's getting home, or I'm trying to convince him to come out afterwards, which 9 times out of 10, he's like, going. No. And so then I come home. But I think it's the same way even with Jason. Like, he used to go out to the bar and stuff afterwards. And so we definitely have helped each other with that. Where before I'm like, until it closes. I'm going to stay out until it closes. I'm here.
Well, you're going to have like a new place to go. You do. No, not... Your Barry's boot camp is coming to Charleston, so I'm gonna drag you along with me
here
to Barry's
for it. I need someone who's telling me what to do and whipping my butt into shape. I love a workout class. That one that I was doing with the bar class, I loved it. It's just the people didn't like me, so they didn't talk to me because they are not fans of Lindsay at all. They're like, we're coming to work out and you're talking too much. Like, you could just tell they did not want me talking to them.
Well, Barry's, it's like a dark room and like you don't talk.
Okay, but I can make jokes. Like, when we were doing the things, like, they're just acting like this is not even bothering me, and I do this class 2 times a day.
I can't wait for you to come to Barry's with me because,
really,
yeah, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, and they would just look at me like,
here
she's making noise.
Again.
Like, okay, I don't belong here.
I'm excited for you to come because it was my absolute favorite workout. Living in London, and I was like, oh, I really wish Charleston had a Barry's boot camp, and it's opening.
That is crazy now that they're coming through.
And I'm like, it's like the perfect timing because I always felt at my fittest when I was going to Barry's.
Yeah,
because it's like the mix between cardio and weights, and they are telling you what to do. And I think I need that.
Just last night, I was showing Jason on my phone because we were arguing. We were moving, and he was bringing out this cup, and he's like, "You remember this cup?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you to steal that cup for me for my birthday." And he was like, when we weren't dating, and he was like, "No, it wasn't." I was like, "Sir, I got a picture. Let me scroll to 2018. Scrolled up, but when I was doing it, I saw some risque photos, and I'm like, oh, this is like I was in the best shape ever, but I was doing insane workouts every single day.
Yeah.
Where now I'm just like, thanks for good genetics. Like,
it's
makeup.
crazy though, like when you are in that routine and how good you're feeling. And like, I know I got my people on my transformation journey with me. But I am feel like I'm at a plateau. You know, when you like lose like a chunk. Well, maybe you don't know because
I know from my friends telling me.
I know. But like when you like hit that place and then it's like takes like another switching up your nutrition, switching up how you're exercising to like then get to that next place you want to go to. So that's why I'm like, I cannot wait for berries to open up because you're going to come with me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And it's just such a good workout. You kind of have been on this journey with me of like the past couple of years, like after my dad died.
Yeah.
I think stress just adds so much to people.
Yeah.
Deciding to leave us, my online business, which was a 6-figure business, to then like rebuilding and, TV's slow. Like there's just been, I think, so much having 2 kids very quickly.
Yeah. There's a big change.
Past 5
you're in
years.
fight or flight is actually what you're in. You're just in fight or flight and everything is messed up. Your cortisol is messed up. Everything is messed up right now.
Yeah.
But if you do regulate and start for real working out and doing weights and doing the thing.
I went to your doctor.
My holistic practitioner is just the most amazing person ever. I'm like, I think it's this, but you should go see.
And and he even said to me, it's just like my body has been in that fight or flight mode. And so like when it's in that place, it's really hard. Like it's very hard to like have everything working.
Yeah.
So
I have freaked out so many times about this move and like downsizing as much as we're downsizing. And I was just talking to Mom and she was like, "You're freaking out way too much."
The only thing I'm worried about with you is the fact that there's so many spiders and creatures.
This could be a whole nother damn podcast. The whole podcast
like
we could talk about
if
this.
You need to store stuff at my house. You can do that. But like, I'm actually worried about
you
the
want
creatures.
You want to know what this is actually called? Fucking karma. Karma. Sending people roaches and everything from Josh's frogs. This is called karma. This is my literal hell. So we're moving into the country now, which I say the country, but it's like
it's not the country. It's a little.
It's like
country.
20 minutes down the road, but it's country.
Yeah.
Compared to ours, but we had to like redo the whole thing. So it's like own acreage and that kind of things. And I'm already like freaking out that outside the house, I'm seeing all these wolf spiders. Like Jason was going pushing and mowing the grass and like 15 and 20 of them like jumped up onto the fence. And wolf spiders, if you don't know what wolf spiders are, look them up. They're like this big.
No, they were big.
So I'm like freaking out. I'm in the yard. Like these neighbors, we met the neighbors and everything. I'm like told them like I grew up on a farm, like country, all this. And they're like lies.
Yes.
Lies.
I did. I said to Jason, I was like, she keeps telling me that she grew up on a farm. But I'm like, I think I need to go to where she grew up because this girl is freaking out.
I was also talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, we didn't. It's the spiders. I'm afraid of spiders so bad. And I was like, why didn't we have spiders? But then it made sense. She's like, we had chickens.
Yes.
And the chickens were eating this. They were just free roaming. So we didn't have spiders like that. And the only spider area was like the barn and that kind of stuff. And you're like real like,
because like you're up over here like picking up snakes. And I'm like,
So we've had snakes like while we're like cutting and moving all this stuff. Like there's definitely snakes. Jason's like, snake? There's a snake? I was like, I'll come and see what it is. And they're not poisonous. None of them has been poisonous. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm like, we should keep it for Cam, as a pet. Or snakes only get like, I looked it up, 10 inches long. So Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with literally everything but fucking spiders. And what's inside of the house? Oh no, we're not even having wolf spiders inside the house. Inside the house, brown recluse.
Yeah.
One of the most poisonous spiders.
Yeah.
So now I'm to the fact where
did they go? I just don't understand.
I don't know.
Where they're coming from.
I asked our neighbors who came up yesterday, do y'all have spider issues? He's like, in my garage. Yeah, they come there. I'm like, no. And no, the funny thing is, I was like, Jason said, do y'all have like a bug issue? And he's like, oh, no. We ain't got no roaches or nothing, just spiders.
Oh.
And I was like, yes, we ain't seen a single bug besides a damn spider inside the house. But he's like in his garage and all of that. Like, he didn't say like in his house. I'm like, why are they coming for me? It's called karma.
It is karma, like, because you've sent so many creatures to people's houses.
I'm so fucking
revenge
them. I'm like screaming. The other night, my best friend and I, so this is how we really found out we had a problem, because we haven't been there thus far at nighttime.
Yeah.
So my best friend Sarah and I, we were going to go. And so we got there. So many. We will post some photos for y'all on our social media of the spiders. I wish someone was video. I wish our cameras were installed at this point. If you heard how many times we were screaming, trying to figure out how to kill it, because I'm like, I want to kill it so that I know it's no longer here.
Yeah.
But how I like kept on going to like go hit it with my shoe, but I just couldn't because I was so afraid, and it's so big, and I'm like, it's gonna jump on me.
No,
and they're poisonous.
Yeah, I cannot, like, that's like the shows like Fear Factor and I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here, where
this is 100% a Fear Factor.
People
like
get paid to like do these. I don't think I could do it.
1,000,000% I could not. I was actually talking about this to Jason.
Like, how much money would it take you to like stay? Because I think one of them you have to like lie.
So that's what literally
and, like,
Jason
let it crawl over you.
That's what Jason and I was talking about. And this one girl,
and like hundreds.
They found like you had to say like what you were afraid of, and one girl was afraid of hers was snakes, and she had to sit and lay in there for like hundreds of snakes all over her. I'm like, that's fine, I could do that. The spider was like this one that I'm not kidding was like this big, and she had to pick it up alive and eat it.
No.
But she threw it. So like there was multiple times she like picked it up and like went to go put it in her mouth, and she couldn't do it. She finally got it in her mouth, but it only got half. And so it was trying to come out of her mouth like the lens. And I was like, ooh. But it was like a lot of money. I was like, hell no, couldn't, never in a million years. And Jason's like, if your ass would not sit there and eat that spider for $1 million, I swear to God, Lindsay, I was like, I don't give a fuck about $1 million.
No.
I couldn't even pick. She doing better than me. I'm not even picking up that big of a spider with my bare hands. And he's like, but you can pick up snakes or anything. I was like, yep.
And that's why it's called a fear.
And that's what a fear. And I don't have any but literally a spider. But picking it up, I think how much money are we talking? I
I'll
do
give
it.
you $10.
How much money y'all want to see? It might be real good TV seeing me doing it. But picking it up and putting it in my mouth?
No.
No. None.
None.
And I love money and none. Someone hit a bear. Like last month. Huge ass bear.
Wait,
like
hit a bear?
Yes.
With a car?
Yes. I didn't show you this?
No.
Yes. Jason's friend showed, he went on the side of the road and he pulled over. The game warden was over there and he was like doing a live and he got the bear's like paw. And so he's a grown man with a huge ass hand and he's like putting it on there and his whole hand is not even fitting into this bear's like paw. And
Honestly,
he's like, Lindsay, this is where we're moving to. I'm like,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because there's so much woods
before you get to there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
bear. Got bears.
Oh my God,
That's
you're
fine.
not.
I'm like, I don't think I'm scared of a bear. And he's like, until you see the bear. I'm like, I think we're good. Like, I think Sky would also like warn us of a bear.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sky loves to bark at anything. So like, you'll know.
Yes. If anything's around, she's very territorial. She's like,
or a bear.
What's over that over there? Like
something's there.
Something's over there.
I'm sad we didn't get to have Alex today because we were going to have him today, but he is off in Austin, Texas. He is on a big case.
I was about to
there.
say, it's super exciting for him.
I know. It really is, because it feels like this is like there's a lot happening like within the case. So
Really
Alex is going to be coming in a few weeks, but I'm working with him on a documentary. So he hunts serial killers.
That's so cool. I have so many questions for him.
Yes, I'm so excited for him to be on, because he has just lived such a crazy life.
That's
basically.
crazy. Like, sir, how did you get into hunting serial killers?
Well, he started as John McAfee's ghostwriter. So John McAfee,
you told me that,
created the McAfee security systems, but he figured out while being John's ghostwriter that John actually was a serial killer and like was on the run with him. Like they got they got kidnapped in Mexico by the cartels on this like mission of like tracking down specifically the smiley face, which he calls the rivermen, which are where all these young men are being found.
So
in
I
rivers.
just watched that documentary. There's a documentary that they just did, and I just watched that documentary, The Smiley Face Killer.
Yeah. So there's a...
So what did Alex do with the Smiley Face Killer?
No, so there's two. So there's the Happy Face.
Oh, maybe it was the Happy Face I watched.
Get them confused. So Happy Face...
with women, and he had like totally normal...
So like this is the Smiley Face, and it's all men. And they're found in bodies of water, and they're all in their 20s, kind of preppy looking. And it's been happening like since the 70s. And so Alex, I think it's been like 2 years, has been on a mission to like figure out, because he's like, it's a network of serial killers. Like it's not just like one, because like a bunch have happened in New York, a bunch recently have been happening in Austin, Texas. So he thinks he's tracked down the group and how they operate and all of that.
Serial killers. Can you imagine?
It's insane. So we're working on that. And we also have really good intel on the Zodiac killer. So there's some stuff that we're doing on that. So when you meet him, he's just the most fascinating person.
Yeah. I wonder what does he tell people when they ask him, like, what do you do?
I hunt serial killers.
Serial killers. Like, you win.
Yes.
You win.
You win. Well, it's so funny because it's like, oh, I want to know what you do. But he also is a ghostwriter. So he like writes.
Maybe says that.
But he is super interesting. Super interesting.
I'm so excited.
When you're a detective or anything like that, you see so much.
Yeah.
And I think you just have to compartmentalize. So have you kept up with the Diddy trial or anything that's been happening?
Not too much with all of our like crazy moving saga and playing Fear Factor with the spiders at my house. I haven't been doing too much of the Diddy trial, but across the way, did you know? So there is this, they called it a cult, and they called it this therapy where you basically were having these like hour and 2 hour long orgasms, and they were releasing this therapy. Do you remember, what's her name was really big on it? And I want to say she even put it in, what's the girl who had the Goop?
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah. She was like connected, and so she like supported them.
Wait, what?
Yes. And the woman who is in charge of all of that is at the same time is getting charged with all of these cases and all of these things. And they said it was a cult having these 2 and 3 hour long orgasms, that these people weren't really specialized, and they were just getting these random people going in. And
what were they? Wait, I don't understand this at all.
So
please explain.
These people were saying that you were being like, you were holding all of this tension, and they were making it seem like if you had these, like, it was a type of therapy that you could release it if you were having these like hours and hours of orgasms.
Okay.
That you
How are they
would
doing
release
that
it.
though?
This guy, you would just sit there with your legs open, and this guy would go in.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What?
And she was like,
and Gwyneth Paltrow
was supporting the group. She was like, she says she did it. It was life changing. All these people are actually really pissed off.
Gwyneth Paltrow said she did it?
Yeah, that she was like a part, but not a part of the cult, but like supported them.
Did she go and do this
I
treatment?
want to say yes, because how would you support somebody if you like, I'm so supportive of my holistic practitioner because he helps me with everything.
Yeah, but I know. I feel like some celebrities like support things that maybe they haven't tried.
I don't know about that. I think she's in it. Gwyneth Paltrow has had connections with One Taste, that's the name of it, a company that offered orgasm meditations and has been accused to be in a sex cult. So this is on trial right now at the same time that Diddy is on trial.
I've not even heard of this.
Yes, I meant to tell you this the other day. So while Paltrow and the Goop promoted One Taste, there's no indication that Paltrow would be involved in this alleged cult-like practices or criminal activity. She has not charged in connections with the case. So basically, they just went on all of these different.
So it doesn't say that she went and did it, or
I want to say she did though, because all of these things that she was taking her, like whoever wanted to do this type. It was. Did you ever watch Goop? You should watch it if you haven't. It's
I feel like I've seen some episodes.
So like she took people to walking on fire, the fire coals to do it, to show that everyone has senses and powers and stuff. So she took them to like a psychic or something, and they were trying to get you that part of your brain to listen in. The guy who does all of the cold therapy and stuff. So she took a group to do that. So this was in. Oh,
so she took a group to go get
that is what I'm wanting to say. Yeah, she sold their book and everything. Gwyneth Paltrow did.
Oh, so she must have like gone and done it. That's so crazy. What I want to know.
They were involved. A man was stroking a woman's genitals for precisely 15 minutes, but then would do it over and over again and stop and do it over and over and over again and stop.
This is so weird.
It's the craziest.
This is so weird.
It's crazy.
So they just hire these men to lie.
Which I remember it being a thing and looking into it, and I'm like, I wonder if that is. So they're saying,
were you
like,
looking into it too?
Yeah, I'm like, I wonder if this is a thing. But I'm like, I just couldn't do it because this random man. But I'm like, if it was a woman, but it was so intriguing if you watch some of these things, and then they would just release all of this tension, and I was like, maybe I can just release.
Maybe that's just what
maybe I don't need to spend all this money in therapy, and I can just like have an orgasmic release. Like, I'm okay with that.
I can't with
and I was like, it's like this random man I couldn't do, but if like it was a girl doctor, then like maybe we can do it. I looked into so like when she talked about it, I was like, I knew exactly what she was talking about because I had looked, and it's a sex cult.
Is like, insane. I mean, I could see you joining a cult.
I'm gonna send. I know. I could. I think I could run one too.
No, you would be like the leaders. Like,
yeah, because I'm like, orgasms are great. Everyone needs to have them. Yes, you just stroke this area and you have like this big, huge orgasm. So some people are super mad and they're like, I'm glad I got to have that.
Lindsay's over here talking about that. I'm like, thinking about like, your teen years because my niece just went off to like camp and just like those years of like the first kiss and all of that.
I'm over here like, the cult leader of the cult sex. How did she even come up with that? There had to have been some kind of study of something.
That is insane. Like that, but also she must have like good credentials behind her.
Yes.
The fact that Gwyneth Paltrow is like,
had a book and everything.
She has a book. They
were huge.
Legit. Like she's doing this. Like
I had heard about it, but I think it was just such one of those So like in the holistic world, it's just one of those like taboo things. And so I'm always like,
go against the grain.
Yeah, I'm like, let me see what that is. Give me like shaman, sign me up. Like I have an appointment with my shaman on Tuesday.
Okay, I feel like I'm happy with the shaman. I think that is
but
good.
I'm just saying people think that stuff is weird.
Yes,
so I'm like, I do know that we hold like tension and pain in certain areas of our body. So it's like maybe as a woman, like you maybe do hold it in your vagina, somewhere cavity. I don't know. Somewhere maybe that is holding your sadness. I'm real happy when I have an orgasm. So go ahead, release it, doctor.
Release it, doctor. Just no.
Not no random ass man.
Some guy that.
No, if that was the case, my man would be like, sign me up.
What did they say? That they're not even like being paid well? Like,
forced labor.
forced
I don't
labor.
want to touch these vaginas. She made me for 3 hours. What man would complain?
Also, like, what is the job description when she's trying to hire these
Good
people?
with your fingers. Long, good fingers. Good with them. Get up in there. Your little cousin going off to college and having a kiss one. Skirt. Take a quick right.
Oh my God, the extremes.
Yeah. Welcome
No,
to
I
being
was like
friends with
thinking
me.
about this the other day. I think it was what was that movie that just came on that I was like, it's just such a throwback. Is it called First Kiss? It's where like she is like wears glasses and her mom had passed away and her dad, like she was just with her dad and they did like a complete transformation on her for prom.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know. Is it a movie? I
Yes.
don't really watch movies, though. So
No, but it was like back in the day.
oh, I still didn't watch movies.
Oh my gosh.
Dad said if you were successful, you didn't watch TV. So I'm pretty successful. It's called First Kiss.
I think maybe. I can't remember, but I was just thinking about that. I was like, I can't even remember my
I was
first
about to
kiss.
say I don't even remember.
People have like these stories of their first kiss.
I wasn't really into guys at all, though. So I'm like, I don't remember.
I really cannot remember. I think it's probably at like a school dance and like a peck on the lips.
Oh, I do know what mine was. Speaking of also not allowing your kids to do stuff that you were allowed to do. So all the way in Augusta, so that was the city area. It was an hour away. They had all-nighters and there is a skate rink where your kids, you pay like however much money and it's an all-nighter. So for 24
roller
hours.
skate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so you roller skate, yeah, whatever. And it's called all-nighters. And
you sleep over or you're just like
so you could skate all night and do all of it, and then right at probably 12, 1 o'clock in the 2. It was real late. You get to then bring your sleeping bags or whatever or a pillow, and then you go on the ring, and then they would start playing a movie, but they would turn the lights.
How old are you?
Off. You could be as old as you wanted to be. So my mom. For the first time that my mom let me go, it was also like I had to be with a group of my friends. So it was a group of us. And I want to say we were 13, 14. And I do remember that's when a boy kissed me at the all-nighter. I do remember, actually.
And
I'm like, hell no. Hell no.
Like, would that ever happen nowadays?
No. My child ain't going nowhere for 24 hours with a bunch of strangers that I don't know, because adults can go with you there. And I would not go. I would be mortified. I'm like, I'm not going if my mom's going, okay?
Yeah.
They had fights all the time.
Oh, it is really funny, like, just to think back of, like, what we were allowed to do as teens.
And everyone would be skating with their beepers, and I was so appalled that I could not have a beeper, and my parents would not give me a beeper.
I did get a beeper in high school. It was like the neon, like teal.
Yeah, like you can see through. It was like that plasticky.
I would love to go back to the beeper days. I don't even want a phone anymore.
Don't get in contact with me. You're bothering me.
I don't want.
Do you know how great
media.
that would be?
I would love a beeper.
I didn't get my beep. Sorry.
Yeah. Even when I go back to London, going in a few weeks. Cannot wait. I'm literally so excited.
Counting down the days.
I'm counting. I'm like, we're nearly there. It's great when I'm there because I don't really have my phone on me. And so I'm like, okay, meet me here. It's like back in the day. And if they're not there, I'm like, how do I figure out where to find them? But I'm really considering going back to a beeper.
You ain't going back to a beeper because what if I need you? Who am I going to bitch to?
No, you beep.
Yeah, and then I want to bitch in my text. I want to be like,
oh, that's the
what if I'm trying to bitch about my man who's right beside me? How can I do that? Gillian, I know you call me, but the suspect is over here to the right. And he's still aggravating me right now, okay? So
the suspect is
he over here looking at me.
Maybe a flip phone then.
Flip phone. Well, I remember flip phones hanging up on someone.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
Hang up on your ass.
Done.
Bam.
I honestly thought I was like the shit, the pink Razor phones came out, and I had one. And
I had a
was
purple
like,
one.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we were really, because my dad had everyone on the plan, and so we swapped out like all the time. So I was like constantly, the newest one, need that, Dad. Got to get that. Give someone else this one. Got to go. Need it. Got to get that new Nyko. The one that you remember, the kind that was the first one where you could take the pictures. I have it at home still. Came to place with it. It has a picture on the front screen, and you can play your MP3 things on the front. It had a play button, and you could do the camera.
I swear, like, I don't remember tons of things. I'm like, what?
I remember random ass shit.
Like, how do I not remember these things? Our friend Diana, who's from Puerto Rico, when she talks about VA case, I'm always brought back to those teen years because I went to VA case, and just, again, it's not even like I got up to no good because I was a good kid.
Yeah, saying I wasn't doing bad things.
I'm like, how did my parents allow me as a teen to go with friends to, I mean, her parents were there. They had a house there, but go to VA case. We were off, the locals were picking us up in cars. Yes. We were going down to the beach. Again, we weren't doing anything wrong, but I'm just, my kids will never be allowed to leave my house.
No. Even the little things that I think about, like we would literally go to the bottom, play in the creeks, see a water moccasin, would get out, let the water moccasin go by, get back in there. When we would hear coyotes howling, we needed to go back home. Never once did she check up. Never, like, could have been dead. Been out here for 8 hours. Like, nothing. It's crazy. Never in a million years. If I can't see, can we pause for a second? I have a fake nose ring. And it's like moving around. Here's my fake nose ring. We just gonna take my fake nose ring out. But with Camden, I'm like, if I can't see him, I'm like, and I'm just now allowing him to like get up at restaurants that I know and like go to the bathroom by himself. I don't know. I'm just so, but I also do know that there's so many evil people, and like they like pry on my type of child, which is just so sweet and sensitive. Nobody was doing anything with me. I had a big mouth, and I was not. So it does make me worried. Like, no one was kidnapping me. No one was touching me inappropriately. Like,
I think our generation just had such a great time.
Because we didn't care, which I am trying to do that to my child, like, which he does. He doesn't. I bought him a phone for when he goes to his dad's house. Does he ever have it? Is it ever on? My mom actually pays. It's the prepaid ones, and she gets so annoyed because she's like, it's always dead. Why am I buying a month and giving it to him if it's always dead? I'm like, I'm actually glad.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
Yeah, because like you said, we were in the moment and having fun.
Yeah. And I'm like, thank the Lord there wasn't camera phones and video at the time. Like,
yeah. That was horrible.
Because that's like the other thing is like people just like put them now on Snapchat and are like sharing all of the things. And I'm
also,
like, okay,
the mom group and the mom in my neighborhood, they're tattletelling about everything. I'm like, at least they're outside, Karen.
Yes.
Like, leaving the fuck alone. Who cares?
I hate
Okay, yes. Does he need a helmet on? Probably. But is it your kid? So if he falls and then he needs to go to the hospital, ain't your problem. Okay? So leave him the fuck alone.
Need their own reality show, like, of how insane people get.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even in the group, but Jason is in our local neighborhood group. And so Jason will all the time, like, tell me about what's going on in there.
It's like I think it's these people that just do not, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you have that much time on your hands to take pictures of these kids, and post about them, and do that. I'm like, Lordy.
Can this parent of this child write in this? Can you please contact me and message me? No, I cannot. No, I can't, Belinda. My child's having fun. At least he's not inside, which some of the comments are.
Some of the names you can't. No, I can't, Belinda.
Belinda.
I
just picture Belinda being a bitch. I'm like, I'm sorry if you're Belinda and you're not a bitch. Sorry. There's actually Shannon Ford. She was like doing her stand up, and she was like, like, is there Jessica in the room? And this girl was like, yeah. And she was like, see? Seems like a big old bitch. I was like, She was like, yeah, like, what's it to ya? She's like, my point exactly. So I didn't picture Belinda not being a nice person in Karen's.
There is. It's so funny. Names are so important and really can make or break you.
There's this one lady in my neighborhood. She's this old bitch. She's horrible. I can't stand her. She's so fucking rude. And every time, like, when we get into it, the last time we got into it, I kept on calling her, okay, Karen, whatever, Karen. She's like, my name's not Karen. I was like, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I just renamed you.
Like, but she obviously had never heard of the Karen situation, and it's hilarious. But she didn't know,
like,
and she was like, "Why'd you call me Karen? Like, because you're acting like a fucking Karen. Like, no one likes you. Like, you're
like,
horrible.
Stop calling me Karen.
My name's not Karen." I'm like, yeah, it is.
It's Barbara.
You're acting like a Karen. It's horrible. My neighbors are going to be so glad I'm gone when I leave. So glad. Like,
I was
God.
wondering what that, like, big party was.
Right?
It's like, finally.
Thank God
she's
this
gone.
much. And I'm like, thank God I'm leaving. They just love, it goes back to the rules. They just love rules so much in this neighborhood. And I'm like, it's not that fucking big of a deal. Like, why do we have to have all these stupid rules? Like, I don't do. Also, talking about this fucking neighborhood, someone in the neighborhood let their dog piss on the side of my car. I'm like, I know. I can't stand y'all. But I know because they don't like me. But it's just because they love rules. Everyone has to follow the rules. Walk your dog on the outside of the thing. I'm like, I'm not walking on that. At least I'm not like, I'm picking up my dog shit and stuff, so go fuck yourself. Like,
what would you?
No.
What would you do if Jason wanted to name your kid like a Herbert?
No. No. I don't even care if it was a fucking family name. Oh, the family 5th, 6th generation stops here. Like, out of my vagina,
some, like, names
I
that
choose.
you're like, they're like an adult. Like, they just.
Well, that's so.
Do you know what I mean?
My sister, I got to choose her name. My mom let me, which I thought was really sweet.
That is very, like, confident. Your mom had a lot of confidence in you.
So I chose. Her name is Heather, and then her middle name I gave her. It's our grandma's middle name, but like I love my grandma so much. It's Inez. She hates it. She hates it so much. Why did you name me Inez?
And also, like, how did you get to name me?
I know, right?
How did mom allow you to do this?
I think, like, my mom allowed, like, it was a game, to, and it was, like, whoever drew it. I mean, I'm sure she would have had to approve, like, if she didn't like it. But it was, I think, like, Heather was it's a nice name. Yeah. And then she's like, oh, like, your grandma's name, Heather Inez. Heather's like, fuck you for giving me that name.
It's so funny because there are, like, names that just, like, it's so weird because, like, as soon as they're born, they have, like, these adult names. And that's when I get freaked out. I'm like, how are you, like, a Pamela? Like, I don't think Pamela is a baby name.
No, like Patties and stuff.
Yes.
Like the other day, I was like, no, I think she's really young. Her name's Patty, but I think she's really young. I'm like, who names their child Patty? Like, no one.
No, it is. So, like, names are just, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a couple of names picked out for Camden, and I didn't tell anyone. First, I was, like, telling people, like, ones I was thinking about, and everyone and their mama had to voice their opinion because also we live in the South, and they needed to know. Once I for real came up with Camden with a K, I'm like, no one's going to like this name in the South, all of my grandmas and stuff, so you don't get to know. And they're like, well, we have to have for smocked to get the smocked initials. So then I gave them the initials, and that killed them even more.
Oh, yeah, because they're, like, dying. They're like, wait, could it be, like, I don't even know, Kyle? Like,
yeah, they were really, like, hated it so bad. And so even when Camden was born, but I wanted to have I didn't even I knew I kind of wanted a K. My other niece, her name is Caitlin. And I was like, isn't that really cool if we all did K? So I chose a K, which my sister's...
Are you going to be the Kardashians?
I know, right?
Too.
She came with a K. And then even my younger sister, she had Keegan, and she did it with a K. So we all have Ks.
So you guys
yeah,
could
we're
be the next family version.
My brother had to mess it up, but he messes up every fucking thing. So my brother is the one who's over here letting his wife choose whatever, I guess. So he messed it up. But
the rest,
who are the greatest, we followed through with all the Ks. So
it is.
yeah. Even
and the Karen. Well, he can do Karen.
Fucking Karen, because he's married to a Karen. So it's fine. I love it. I cannot wait. I hope she'll probably listen because she's a hater. And she'll listen. You know how people who are haters they're
like, oh, I'm gonna
follow
exactly what
everything.
You're doing.
She's this type of person, so I cannot wait. She's gonna listen to all of our episodes, and I'm like, she's a big old fat bitch.
I know that you got your engagement ring back recently, and it's looking so shiny.
Shiny.
It was funny because it was exactly when I saw online that Craig from Southern Charm was talking about how I didn't even know this until I saw it on the toast that he got an engagement ring.
No, he got an engagement ring, but she was saying some stuff about how she just didn't think that she wanted to be with him and all this, and there were signs before. And then he was like, then why did you say it was time? He didn't even choose. He did want to marry her, but she was the one who said, I think it's time we go get a ring. He's like, why would you do that then? And then everyone was like, he's lying. He's just doing this.
And then he just
popped that picture. He's like, no one even asked me if I had a photo. No one asked, but I do have it. And then she was like, let me go to the stamp on it is in Charleston, guys. And he's such a guy. He was like, I didn't even know you could geotag a photo. And she's like, oh, yeah. And it's Charleston.
It was so funny because he was like, yep, it's pretty awkward returning that ring.
That would be real awkward. Could you imagine returning a ring and being like, can you resell it?
Well, my engagement ring was my grandma's. So I never had that thing. Some friends have gone out and picked rings of what they like.
Yeah, I don't understand that, which most people do. Most people do pick the ring, but I don't.
People, I think, do.
Most do, and I don't know. I guess I'm so old school, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. So when Jason was saying because when I first got with him, there was two. Once we came together and okay, I like you, you like me. There was two things I said. I don't want to have another child at all. Camden is it for me. So if you want to have a child, then this isn't for you, and I would never make you, not
keep
have a
that,
child.
yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I'm a bitch, but I ain't that big of a bitch. But so I was so Camden has to be the only one, and then I don't want to ever get married. I just never. I just don't want that. And he was like, yeah, no. He's like, I'm older, so that's fine. I just always assumed I would just have a stepchild. And then he's like, and I never want to get married either. He's like, I'm 40, however he was at that time, 40 something years old, never got married. I don't want that either. So then when he came to me and he's like, I do really love you, and I think I do want to get married. Do you think? And I was like, oh, yes, actually I do. So we changed our mind on that. But I only told him, I said I want it to be rose gold, and then I want it to be a Montana sapphire because that is my dad's birthstone. So I felt like it would be meaningful, where I feel like most women just long diamonds and stuff, and I'm just not that type of girly pop.
Yeah. I don't even wear mine day to day. I just have my band on, but I know it is again personality wise how different is. I mean the carat he got was something 5 carat or something.
Yeah,
I was that thing must
4.5. I think he said.
How could you even hold your hand up with that? It was massive.
Yeah,
but it is so interesting. Some people, it's
some people are all about it. I know of a girl. We're not. We were never friends to begin with, but we're definitely not anything now. She was going around telling people it was a bad thing that Jason and I was in therapy. She's like, don't take relationship advice from her. They're in therapy. So confronted her real fast. I'm like, everyone should actually take our relationship advice. Thank you. Therapy does wonders, and we're not in therapy for bad things. It's all great things. You're just having two different personalities coming together. That's it. So so we're not really any type of anything now. But she was that way. She was like, no, it has to be at least 4 carats. It has to be this way. And I'm like, you're a poor guy. Also, if you're spending $20,000 on a ring, pay off my car. Like,
it's crazy. That's how much they cost.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I have like my
insane.
grandma's and that to me like means
It
more
means
because
so
it's
much more.
sentimental.
No.
So he had to return it. And also when he went, the guy's like, well, this is last year's version. So
Yeah.
like he lost out on
So
money.
he's going to lose out on money. Like, that sucks so bad.
Because I guess he couldn't really keep it for the next girl.
No. Could you imagine?
Well, I mean, he probably could if he didn't show it around and post about it.
I had a guy friend, one of my really great guy friends. He has proposed. Like, he finally just married the one. He had proposed. She was the third one. So he had proposed 3 different times. But
To
after
3 different girls?
Yep. I love him. I love him. He's one of my greatest, bestest friends. I love him so much.
So did the girls say no or?
The first one, when he called me and was like, I can't do this. I need to come to Charleston. And I'm like, oh God, what? So he comes to Charleston and he couldn't do it. He said, but they were getting married in a week in Hawaii and her parents had paid everything. I was like, Matt, I mean, no, you can't go through with it, but like you get your ass on a flight in a week. What are you doing?
Oh my.
I'm like, you had to have known it. So I thought I'm like, you're just scared. Maybe you need to do it. And he's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, I don't want you to do it if you really don't want to do it, but like maybe you're scared. It was really, really bad because they were lived together. No. So he went back home from Charleston and told her that he couldn't go through. But they had lived together, bought a house together, and then they were going
1 week
in
away
1 week to Hawaii.
I don't know what I would do.
I was like, this poor girl. And I really liked her. She was great. She's pretty, funny.
But
I'm like,
why did I think guys will leave things to the last minute because they don't want to face it head on.
Well, and there was nothing he could tell me. Like, you need to tell me right now, what are the reasons why you think this could not be a successful marriage? And there wasn't anything major. And I'm like, Matt, I think you're really nitpicking. And she's so great. Like, you need to go
he
through.
Just was like, I'm just.
Nope. And then
you're kind of like, well, then why did you propose?
Exactly. Then he was
why'd
like,
you put yourself in
this
situation?
Second girl. And I was like, please tell me.
Please don't.
It's not the same ring, right? And he was like, no, it's not the same ring. And I'm like, are we for real going to marry this one? And he's like, yeah, she's the one. Nope, she was not the one. She was not the one.
And so he just proposed again.
Okay, so a real funny story about the one he just married. He just actually married, but she was pregnant. And so I'm like, is that why? But now we don't talk as much because which I'm like, are you freaking serious? So the girl that he ended up being with, we're fine. We're friends and everything. But for the longest time, we weren't. I think we're acquaintance now where we were friends. But again, I'm a ride or die. And so we were friends and she started talking to Matt screwed and fucked every single girl, friends of mine, every single one of them. And so he loved when I met new girlfriends because he's like, next one. Like, you're welcome. So she was constantly with this one guy, but then she went and she was like, started to have sex with him. And then she's like, okay, maybe I can date him. And then she stopped and went back to her ex. Her ex was nasty, gross. She got an STD, but then she told everyone that it was from Matt. And Matt is he's the one that's in the circle.
Yes.
So I was like, no. You's a nasty bitch. And you fucked around with a nasty dick. And that's how you got. So it was like a big thing. Because I'm like, you're not sitting here telling every single body that my best friend gave you an STD. And he wasn't as bad as I was. I was so
you were like, I am going to take you down.
Yes. I sent her a bag of dicks and said,
wait. What?
Yeah, so you can send dicks too to people. You can send giant dicks or a bag of dicks. I sent her a bag of dicks. And I was like, you're so nasty. This is how many dicks you've had inside. Like, yep. I went in.
Never crossed Lindsay. Never.
Yep. And that's who he's married to now.
Stop.
Yep. Like, I don't even know how many years that probably was. 12 years later?
Well,
and then he didn't tell me. He didn't even tell me. He didn't tell me.
Well, of course not.
And I had to find out on social media.
Oh, stop.
Yep. And I just sent it. I took a screenshot and I was like, I mean, I guess I'm happy you really did like her. So congratulations.
So you didn't get an invite to the wedding?
Yeah, no, wasn't invited to that one. I sent her a bag of dicks. She said my friend gave her an STD though. So again, I'm a ride or die. Don't fuck with my friends in the circle. You're in my circle, Gillian, so you're good.
I gotta be in the circle. I ain't leaving that circle.
You ain't leaving.
I am not leaving that
You
circle.
can't leave me. I need you in my life. Jason wants to make sure that you're in my life too. It's like, please keep Gillian forever.
Don't let her go.
It's probably like, yes, bitch to her. And then he's always like, it is funny that Jason, when I'm like, I told all of my friends and they agree. He always says, did you ask Gillian in Michigan, Sarah? And I'm like, well, matter of fact, I did. And if I say that y'all both agree with me, he's more like, all right, maybe. But yeah, no, if I say like my other friend or Sarah, then he's like, yeah, y'all are fucking crazy. He thinks you and the other Sarah are really great. He's like they're great. They ain't got no drama. They ain't any of this. So we have faith in what they say. Like, I don't have drama. I will just fight you.
I will just take you down. I'll just send you a bag of dicks.
Exactly, a bag of dicks. Say one of my friends got an STD, you gonna get a bag of dicks.
Oh, man. We done.